Boys and girls, we are here coming you live and exclusive from Sharjah International Cricket Stadium for the 30th Bukhatir League S10 2024. It's going to be the second match of the doubleheader, the match number 18, where Z Game Strikers will be taking on COLLATTA Warriors. Z Game Strikers were slightly off colour in the previous outing. We will head down to the centre where Mr. Nadeem is alongside both the captains and the match referee for the all-important toss.
Hello and good evening. It's toss time over here for the game number 18 of this ongoing Bukhatir S10 League 2024 Powerplay fan court. Well, in this particular game, it's Z Game Strikers taking on COLLATTA Warriors, and on my right, both the captains. It's Ronak Panoli leading Z Game Strikers. Next to him is Mr. Tahseen Javed, the match referee, and on my extreme right, it's Anup leading COLLATTA Warriors. Well, Z Game Strikers, Ronak will be flipping the coin and Anup will be doing the calling. Heads is the call.
It is head.
And it is head. Anup, congratulations.
Thank you.
What you are going to do and why?
There's a lot of dew factor right now, and I think it's going to get difficult to grip the ball. So we'll ball first, and we'll try to contain them as low as possible, and then we'll like to chase it down then.
So what's the lowest possible target you would like to chase?
The Z Games is an amazing team. They are full of vibrant of youngsters. So we are not setting anything. We will believe in ourselves to chase down whatever target they give it to us. They have a huge batting lineup. So the idea would be that get as best as possible. Make sure that we do our basics well and contain them as less as possible. But we will believe that whatever they put on, we would be able to chase it down.
Well, you are all players for Z Game Strikers. What about your team?
Oh, my team, if you look at, yes, COLLATTA has been a great name, but compared to last year, this year we have believed in giving new boys chances, platform to some new boys. So yes, there's a lot of talent. They have come together. They're showing some promise, but yet to come together and play as a team. And that's why, minor hiccups here and there. We won one, we lost one. So we believe that, they get their mojo together and we'll win the remaining matches.
Well, all the best, and we'll have a good game ahead. I wish so.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Ronak, tough luck with the toss. What you will say?
I wanted to bat first anyway. I'm happy with the decision. I think we've got a really packed batting unit. So I think if we, get about 110, 120, then I think we just put the opposition out of the game right away. And I think our bowling lineup is pretty good to come in and defend that in the second innings.
Well, you have been always very impressive with your batting, but lately you have also got the role of as a bowler, and you are doing it very nicely. How is it possible, and did you do some special practice of it?
Look, I think I was much more of a bowler when I was a bit younger. I was a proper batting all-rounder. I've obviously stopped bowling as much nowadays. I still got the skill, I feel like, not being too cocky about that. But I think I just come up and bowl whenever the team requires me to do that. And at the end of the day, for winning games of cricket, I don't really mind anything. However it's going.
You are captaining in this particular game. So what about the squad? Do you have all the full squad? And what about Shah Rukh Amin?
Shahrukh is obviously busy with some family commitments back in Pakistan, so he's given me the reins of leadership over for the tournament. So whenever he's back, he'll join in with the squad and play. We've signed a couple of players for the remainder of the T10 as well, so that both us both our batting and bowling. So yeah, we've got Nadeem, Rais, and a couple of other bowlers coming into the lineup as well.
Well, I wish you all the best, and especially with the new role, all the best.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ronak. Well, that's it. The news from the middle is that in this game number 18, where COLLATTA Warriors, they have won the toss and they have opted to bowl first.
Yasir Kaleem, Rais Ahmed, very, very strong side. In comes ball number 1, Ronak Panoli. Bit surprised with the bouncer coming from Tahir. What a start for COLLATTA Warriors, winning the toss, opting to bowl first up against a very, very strong and evenly poised Z Game Strikers. Ronak Panoli will start the proceedings alongside Rais Ahmed for Z Game Strikers, and Tahir will be bowling from the Sharjah Cricket Academy end. has bowled some wonderful overs in the previous outings. Tahir, a new find for COLLATTA Warriors. Goes big. Ronak Panoli didn't quite time it. Fielder backpedaling it. He will settle in and take a... Well, he's grasped it. How expensive will that be? Shakir Haidru, one of the top-notch fielders of COLLATTA Warriors, puts a very, very important wicket down and he cannot believe it. Have a look at that. Half tracker, didn't time it, straight into the hands. He had all the time in the world to come underneath the delivery, just could not cling on to it. Opportunity gone begging in the first over of the first delivery. Rais Ahmed, another destructive batter for Z Game Strikers, starts off with a boundary. With on offer, hammered it over the point region, and Rais Ahmed, known for his aggressive role, does well off this first delivery that he has faced. Have a look at that shot. Half tracker, little bit of width on offer and pounces on it like a ferocious tiger for you is Rais Ahmed. Well, he used to play for 7 districts earlier and now is representing the men in blue Z Game Strikers. Rais Ahmed for you is bringing in that lady luck. He's got recently married, and ever since he's been married, he's performing really, really well. Another one cuts away, was looking for the gap between those two fielders, and they get a single quite comfortably. And leading from the front for COLLATTA Warriors is Anup Unithan. Well, he's been there in the domestic circuit for a very, very, very long time. I've played a lot of matches alongside him, against him. A very good wicket keeper batter. Anup Unithan. He's the skipper for COLLATTA Warriors, and he's been managing the team as well for a decent amount of time. Ronak Panoli. Yet again, outside edge. They will take it, not the way ideally Ronak Panoli would have wanted to score, but any runs coming in the power play, they will certainly take it. Just holding on to it a little bit, trying to go towards the mid-wicket region. An outside edge, fetching them a boundary. Runs coming quick and fast for Z Game Strikers. After a shaky start of the first delivery, an opportunity gone begging. How expensive will that be? The time will tell, and especially when you're dropping a catch of a destructive batter of Ronak Panoli's caliber. Last delivery, streaming in is Tahir, full length cut away, but that will be a dot ball to finish the over, and I reckon, yes, I think that's the end of the over. First over gone, Z Game Strikers, 10 for none. Ashik coming from the Bukhatir end, right arm, fast, medium, holds extremely well, maintains the off-stump corridors, and they comfortably take a couple of runs here. The running between the wickets has been all right for Z Game Strikers, and it's time for me to introduce you to the man who was out at the centre with the toss responsibilities, has come back into the comm box. Welcome back, Mr. Nadeem.
Thank you, Rizwan, and good evening to the viewers. Well, so far it's 12 on the board, and Ronak Panoli finally, in fact it's Rais Ahmed, nicely played. He always wanted to play in the air. Fielders are inside the circle. This is still power play going on as far as S10 format is concerned. 2 mandatory overs for the power play and 1 optional that may be called by the batting side at any point of time in their inning. And Rais Ahmed with a couple of boundaries. Ronak has been quite lucky out there. He's struggling to cope up with the bounce that Tahir was getting.
I was having conversations with Ronak Panoli in a couple of games earlier, and I was asking him, well, irrespective of the format that you actually play, mate, you tend to go the aggressor's role, whether it be a 40 over a game or a 50 over game or T20 or a T10. He says one thing to me, well, I like playing the fire brand of cricket. Wavered down the leg side, that will be 5 wides. Not the way you would have wanted to start your over. In fact, the second delivery, and that's been absolutely no control whatsoever on that, and donations on offer from Syed Ashik.
5 wides. And as you rightly mentioned, donation, especially in this format of the game, S10, where each run will remain very vital toward the end. And 5 extras. In fact, these are the first extras which were given. Ashik has got pace. He's able to get the swing. In swing is happening for him, but he needs to bring the ball and finish it onto the off stump. That time he bowled out swinger, and I think he has done well. Beaten Rais on that occasion.
Beaten for pace. Absolutely, yes. The previous one was wavered, but he's done well. Syed Ashik. Talking about Ronak Panoli, he just told me one thing. Irrespective of the game that he plays, anything in the slot, he likes to deposit that. Irrespective of the game situation, and he likes to play that aggressive cricket. Slow one, hit straight down the ground. Well, no appeal, as he did not get his fingers onto the ball.
Well, little smile exchange between the umpire and the batter. Kashif, well, got to be a little careful, especially when batter like Rais on strike. You need to be up with your reflexes as an umpire. Anything can come in your way with the blistering speed.
With the kind of channels that is blowing, there's an immediately field changes have been made. Long, wide, long off in place. Opportunity, half-hearted shot there coming from the blade of Rais Ahmed. Didn't get the connection right. In fact, that's coming off the pads, a leg by signal by the umpire. Both of them, Nadeem, destructive batters. If they are out at the center, I tell you what, 120 is comfortably on cards.
Well, Anoop was all praise for Z-game strikers at toss, opposite team captain, and why not? People like player like Rais Ahmed, Ronak Panoli, and don't forget Nadeem is coming next. What a player he is.
Huge appeal, but going down the left side for sure, and the height factor as well quite high. Z-game strikers definitely one of our strongest team in this tournament. That will be the end of over number 222 for no loss.
Well, dispatched from its presence, but lucky for the bowler, went straight to the fielder there. Couple of bounces in the hand of the fielder. Only a single added. Ronak is a little off color. struggling to cope up with the bounce and pace which this wicket is offering. But so what a track it is. I mean, we have noticed that 127 were scored in the previous game by the team batting first. V Cricket Club that was.
Well, they're continuing with the power play, which is a good sign given they've started off really well. Z Game strikers cut away straight to the fielder. This is the beauty of Z Game strikers. Despite getting those boundaries and maximums, they are one such team who can steal those singles in no time.
Well, Ronak Panoli always very sharp, and good to see Rais Ahmed as well. After coming to Z Game strikers, he has also got some pace, especially in running between the wickets.
Well, yes, he's doing really well. Ronak Panoli 6 of 6, not the way he ideally wants to play, but he will cash on any opportunity as we speak. That's ballooned up in the air, and Junaid Shamshu absolutely makes no mistake whatsoever.
Well, Junaid Shamsu, he has got bucket hand. Look at that. It's very hard that the ball will get slipped away from those hands, and he has taken a very good catch. Back pedaling, never easy. Judge it to the perfection. Ronak Panoli, not a best of the outing for him. He was struggling to cope up with the bounce that Tahir was getting, and eventually departed, scored 6 on 7, caught by Junaid Shamsu on the bowling of Tahir. It's 25 for 1 after 2.3 overs.
TVSL has been given the responsibility of playing at number 3. Ronak Panoli, slightly off color tonight, goes with the traditional aggressive approach. Didn't quite find runs tonight. Beautiful delivery, first up against Mohammad Nadeem. Well, the youngsters, Nadeem, undoubtedly, Ronak Panoli is a fabulous batter, but I think it's to do with the consistency. You've got to be consistent when you're looking for that position in the UAE team.
Yeah, definitely. Consistency is very important, and no matter even if you are playing the shortest format of the cricket, which is S10 going on over here, still your team expects runs from you, and when you have runs on the board for you, you'll talk more. And meanwhile, look at that. It was a juicy full toss. Hit me delivery, and Rice is the best match for that. If you're offering Rice hit me delivery, I can guarantee you that he will get maximum out of that.
But that was meant to be punished, isn't it? Easy pickings for Rais Ahmed. Well, what a shot that was, and absolutely Rais is ensuring after the departure of Ronak Panoli, he's taking that responsibility on his shoulders.
Well, coming back to that point, talking about Ronak Panoli approach and talking about consistency, no doubt he's one of the potential. If I talk about potentially who has got the best rated is Ronak Panoli, no doubt. Love the way he plays his shot, and meanwhile, if you talk about love the way the shots are played, look at that. Rais Ahmed has just dispatched that one out of the park for a huge 6. And that 6 will conclude the over number 3. Just look at that. Bang goes Rais toward the cow corner. And it is disappeared. Hit the roof. New ball. Over number 3 is done and dusted. 38 for 1 after 3 overs.
Where then Rizwan Sabir has been introduced into the attack. A bit of military medium is what he actually goes. Good power play for Z Game strikers. 38 scored of 3 overs. Well, that swept away, racing towards the boundary. A lot of work for the fielder there. In fact, he will get to the reach of the ball and they pick up a couple of runs quite comfortably.
Well. Introducing a spinner against Nadeem. Well, can be very risky for the fielding side.
Not too sure he's actually spinning the ball. Nadeem usually mixes it up, bowls with some military medium pace. Have a look at that. Not the where that's been hammered. Mohammad Nadeem for you. Well, Z Game strikers are looking extremely dangerous, and this was in the slot for the taking. And Mohammad Nadeem gleefully deposits that over the long off region.
Well, it was a low missile. Really left the bat and went with some pace to those seats. Rizwan. Well, good smart cricket. 2 is the call. Good call at the end by Nadeem. Just settle for a single.
This will be a test for Nadeem as well. He has been scoring a lot of runs, but not at Sharjah International Stadium. Could be the wicket factor. The ball holding on a little bit. We've seen him being explosive at Malik Stadium, at ICC Academy grounds. Here, he's not that successful, but it will be interesting the way he started off. It looks like he's looking for a big score. There's been play towards the deep square leg region, and they look for a couple of runs quite comfortably.
Well, talking about that point, consistency. Well, I can tell you that in his first season, where I was supervising the game, he was player of the tournament as a batter in this particular ground. He hit century as well as some 50s. But since then, when the position of the batter gets changed, so that also plays in the mind of the batter. It automatically, plays on your mind, and sometimes you go to your back foot. Sometimes you consider that your role is just to go and blast, and which is not possible every time in cricket. So that is something, and a thing which needs to be considered.
A very valid point there mentioned by Nadeem, especially when you're playing for multiple teams. That's been hammered yet again. There's a long boundary on the onside. That will be cut off. They look for 2, but Rais Ahmed decides to stick to 1. And that will be the end of over number 4. Slightly expensive from Rizwan Sabir. And it will be 51 for 1 after 4. It was 151 for 7 extras in that tally. And as we were discussing, the batting position a batter bats on, psychologically it will certainly be playing on his mind, Nadeem, as you rightly mentioned. And especially when you're playing for a couple of teams, that goes without saying. That's picked up really well by Nadeem, and that's been deposited in the stands yet again. Well, what a night he's having, proving us completely wrong.
Well, look at that. Just little shot and beautifully just helped its way. Class at its best. Second 6 belong to Nadeem.
Well, they need to wear their thinking cap on and find a way, chalk out a plan and come with a plan B to stop this destructive man, Mohammad Nadeem. If you can do that, you are in this game. Otherwise, he's one such batter who will take the game away from you in no time. Nadeem, 11:05 for him.
Well, I think what kind of plan they have got is to let Nadeem play toward the offside, as they have got protection in the deep, towards the deep extra cover region. And well, overthrow will allow them to take an extra run It's not going to help. Very sloppy from the fielding side. The last thing you want is to give chances, freebies to these two batters. They've got fielder at deep extra cover. They got fielder at deep point and long on. So ideally, they should be bowling outside off to Nadeem.
Absolutely. He did try that offside off, but way offside off, away from the tram line. That would be an additional extra added to the tally. Well, Nadeem, talking about Nadeem, well, let's have a look at the delivery. Definitely away from the tram line. Well, once I have noticed one inning of him where I was in the opposition team in Hamria. I think it was Zora, if I'm correct. There was a cement wicket. And I think he belted close to 180, 90 odd runs in just a matter of about 70 odd deliveries. Every single ball was hit to all corners of the park.
And I'm sure the fielder standing at long on deep mid wicket must have been cursing the bowler. And some strange shot, I think an inside edge. Rice is in trouble and direct hit. Rice would have been back in the dugout. Well, what Rice was doing there, it was never a run.
Well, yet another overthrow which costed them additional run that should have been, that was not required. Actually, Rice was trying something special. In fact, it was Nadeem who was on strike, and that wayward throw resulted them in an additional run. Rice 27 off 12, Nadeem 20 off 8, Ronak Panoli departed, but they've taken that responsibility and they've got their team to a flyer, 61 for 1 after 4.3, and the appreciation from Anup at the toss is paying off.
Big time. Well, Rice, all of a sudden both the batters, they started doing some improvisation and look very awkward, especially with these two. They are good enough to hit the ball miles out of the park if they hit straight down the ground. And when they are playing those cheeky shots, they look, well, quite awkward and cute as well.
Well, I think they should stick to the regular basics rather than trying some innovative when you're actually getting those runs quite comfortably. And that's what Rice decides. And a slightly off-pitch delivery on that occasion from Hamza will just be a dot ball. And Rais Ahmed, another prolific, destructive batter for Z Game Strikers. What a run fest he can create if he can he gets going.
Well, back to back 2 dot balls after gave away 10 runs in his first 3 balls. It's a good comeback by Hamza. And well, another dot ball. Well, once again the fielder missing it out to get the wicket on a direct throw. Nadeem survives. 5 overs gone. At halfway stage, Z Game Strikers have managed to score 62 for the loss of 1.
Can bat as well. Danish Aslan, very, very strong side Z Game Strikers. Flipped off the wrist and going down. That will be cut off. They look for 2 but settle in for 1. I think that's the right thing to do. Rice taking that single, handing it over to Nadeem, who's extremely destructive against the spinners.
Well, definitely the right approach. And I think Nadeem is not going to hold back. He's got full lessons. Rizwan. Oh, well, it is not hit. Didn't come from the middle of the bat, but just fall short of the fielder there. A single added to the score.
Well, probably a little early start from the long off would have helped probably converting that catch. Especially when you have those half chances of those 2 spectacular batters, you might as well go for it. That's hammered. Another one coming from the blade of Rais Ahmed. And the fielder would be a mere spectator there. Rais Ahmed lighting up the Sharjah Stadium here.
Well, what Rizwan is trying to do is to bowl onto the pads of Rais. He wants to make use of those fielders standing in the deep on the leg side. That definitely a long boundary, but Rais is one of those batters that no boundary is long enough for him if he finds the ball from the middle of his bat.
And he's one such batter, Nadeem. He can, if it's the onside, he can hit those balls with closed eyes. That's how strong he is.
Well, let's find out. Yes. Well, spot on. Mr. Rizwan, my co-commentator. Once again, Rizwan pitching it onto its pace, and as my co-commentator Rizwan said that he can hit the ball out of the park with the closed eyes, and it looked like that he closed his eyes. Rizwan in trouble, but my fellow commentator Rizwan is definitely spot on.
Mighty, mind-blowing, destructive. Well, carnage here at Sharjah Stadium. Misses it. Off pace, on the right channel. This is what he needs to bowl.
Oh, that was an arm ball. Very good delivery. Rais was expecting once again an off-cutter, but I think Rizwan bowled a superb ball, and he must be bowling that more often. A poor delivery and punished. It will race away toward the boundary. Yes, it is. A really hit-me delivery, and Rais done a beautiful job. 44 that he has scored on just 20 balls. 6 overs gone. 80 for 1.
Wayward Shah Hamza. Not the way you would have wanted to start your second over. He went for a couple of runs in the first 2 deliveries of the previous over. In fact, a boundary and a maximum. And starts off with a wide.
Well, Kolkata Warriors definitely clearly onto the back foot against these two explosive batches. You can read the face of the bowler. Full toss. He didn't come from the middle of the bat. Chance for the fielder. And the catch is taken. Well, Nadeem will definitely be not happy with himself. It was a juicy full toss. And he didn't come from the middle of the bat. But Hamza strikes. Gets a bonus wicket on a full toss.
Janaka Chaturanga, the fielder in the deep. The connection was made, but not coming from the meat of the bat, as I always say. And good catch in the end by Janaka Chaturanga. Well, he did his job in a shorter format, 21 of 10 deliveries, much appreciated. He's done what he's supposed to be doing, and he departs. And Z Game strikers are 81 for 2. Another hard hitter of the cricket ball has been promoted up the order ahead of Yasir Kaleem. That goes without saying. The kind of caliber that this man on your screen possesses, absolutely destructive.
Well, very good all-rounder and destructive batter. And that is the beauty. Look at that. It is in the air. And the catch is taken. This is how Dania Liaquat plays. You don't have really time to settle out there. First ball, just hits it in the air. Didn't come from the middle of his bat. And he had to clear the long boundary towards the cow corner region, but the good catch taken by the fielder.
Well, a good over coming in the seventh over from COLLATTA Warriors. Shad Hamza was expensive in the first one, but has come back really well, picking up those two important wickets of Mohammad Nadeem and Dania Liaquat. He goes without troubling the scorers. ZM strikers are 81 for 3.
Well, that is the beauty of Z game strikers. One big name goes out in the dugout, another one comes in the middle. Yasser Kareem, another quality player, right-hander batter, out there in the middle.
Starts off well, punch down the ground. Absolutely, yes. They are a star-studded team, Z game strikers. They're missing the service of Shahrukh Amin.
Even Sardar Bazed is yet to come. And Fernandez as well. And they are missing it out, Shahrukh Amin as well as Lovepreet Singh Bajwa in this particular game. Well, that is dispatched. Dispatch a huge 6. And Rice will lift his bat as he has completed his own personal milestone. What a 50 in just 21 balls.
Beautiful stuff from Rais Ahmed. And when you have Rais Ahmed out at the center, let's have a look at that shot first. It come underneath the ball and comfortably cleared onto the roof of the Sharjah Stadium. And when you have Rais Ahmed out at the center, I was talking about, you need to have at least half a dozen of replacement balls. And that's exactly what is happening out there. 88 is what they have put up in just 6.4 overs. This is the strength of Z game strikers.
Well, very interesting over. And a big 6 coming up from the bat of Rice. And he bowls another wide ball. It's all happening here.
You need those towels, the dew factor coming in place. The ball is not gripping in for Shad Hamza. And he's got to be mindful of those two deliveries that he's coming out to bowl. He's bowled well so far, despite that maximum that has been hit in that over. He's picked up 2 crucial wickets for his team. And is coming around the sticks now up against Rais Ahmed and towards a shorter boundary on the onside. Straight back to the bowler. No damage done. He hits it with a lot of power there, Nadeem. Rais Ahmed, whenever he comes out to bat, it's not the timing, it's the muscular power that he possesses.
Well, that's what he is known for. Natural ability. Well, Off-pace delivery, deceive the batter in a rage, and fumble will allow them to take two. Not best of the fielding performance coming up by the fielding side, COLLATTA Warriors. That will be the end of over number 7. It's 91 for 3. Well, 91 for 3. And Mahboob with the first ball. Yasir Kaleem wanted to come down the track, just missed the line of the ball. A dot ball to start with Mahboob. Well, still they have got 17 legal balls remaining. Razwan, they have a good chance to knock 130, 140.
Well, COLLATTA Warriors have always relied upon Mahboob Rana in the death overs. He has been supporting them for quite some time with some good deliveries, and you can see that right away. 2 dot balls on the trot for COLLATTA Warriors, and especially when you have the likes of Yasir Kaleem and Rais Ahmed out at the center. Well, he does that really well, but it will be a test for him tonight as he's up against a mighty side, Mahboob Rana. If he can manage to get them under 110, they will take it.
Well, 2 precious dot ball coming up. Some piece of advice given to Yasir by, and this is what Yasir is known for. Opens the face of the wicket and just hits it over point, 1 bounce for a boundary.
Carved to perfection. Have a look at that. Artistic for me. Beautiful. This is what Yasir Kaleem can do. Day in and day out when you're bowling him in that 4th stump channel. Very strong on the square of the wicket on the offside.
Absolutely. He is one of those batters playing toward the offside, especially I have seen him hitting 6s over point region, over deep extra cover. He has got somebody who is mastered in playing those shots.
Good delivery. Good comeback. Good delivery. Good comeback from Mahboob Rana after being hit for that boundary. And this is what he can do to you. Despite the 4 that has been scored, Nadeem, he still managed to keep the economy rate under control.
Well, there is extra bit of bounce on this track for the fast bowlers, especially the ones who have got a little bit pace. Slow one, hits it. It's in the air. And the comfortable catch once again taken by Junaid Shamsu. Yasir Kaleem will have to walk back. Well, it's a very good over in the course of the game. Mahboob has got a wicket of Yasir Kaleem.
Well, it was in the slot, off pace yet again. Junaid Shamsu with his reverse cup, the Aussie style, goes the big man and takes it quite comfortably. Yasir Kaleem will have to depart after scoring 5 of 6 deliveries as he came strikers 95 for 4.
Well, the invokes one of my favorite all-round cricketer for Z Game strikers. It's Nadir Ali. Very busy player. Very smart cricketer. 95 for 4. And I just pronounced his name wrong. It's Nadir Hussain, right-hand batter.
Known as Pocket Rocket, Pocket Dynamite. Nadir Hussain, what a fine ace for Z Game strikers. Has been playing for a very long time. Starts off really well, skied up in the air, fielder coming underneath it, and is grasped it. That should have been taken. That was was in the air for a very, very long time, but didn't cash on the opportunity there.
Well, it was in and out. Nadir survives. 8 overs gone, 96 for 4. Well, it's Ashik back into the attack. And he bowls in half volley, but it is hit in the air. Nadir Hussain will have to walk back. Well, he just hit it in the air, didn't really come behind the ball, and lost his wicket.
He was living dangerously, isn't it? A previous opportunity went down, but this time around Shahid Hamza, after bowling a wonderful spell, does really well in the field as well. A comfortable catch to get hold of Nadir Hussain. He goes after scoring 1 of 2. Z Games a 96 for 5. To keep company to Rais Ahmed, who's reached his personal milestone of 52 of 23 deliveries, if I'm correct. Ahan Fernandez will be facing the music here. Up against Ashik, good delivery, right channels, and Rais Ahmed 52 of 23 for him. Well, they slightly got things back in control, I would say. COLLATTA Warriors.
Well, they have definitely done well in last 7 to 8 balls that have been bowled out here. And the good thing is that they have kept Rahis away from the strike. And this is something the batters of Z Game strikers need to understand. They just need to take a single and give maximum strike to Rahis. Another dot ball. This is not good cricket coming up from Z Games.
Well, absolutely not required on that occasion. Rightly mentioned by you. You've got so much of real estate on offer on the onside, on the offside. All you do is just nudge it a little bit and get a single, get the big man on strike. He's been the X factor. He's been the bone in the meat for this team. And Ahan will have to do that.
On the other end, Ashik, I think he has bowled well. Slow one, almost deceives the batter. Attempted direct throw, and Rice is not going to run for that. Well, Ashik reminding me a bit of glimpse of the legendary Pakistan ex-pace batter Muhammad Sami. He was not that tall, but he was very slippery. Almost the second fastest bowler that Pakistan has ever produced. And very much among the first 10 fastest bowlers of the world.
Oh yes, he was definitely one of the spectacular bowlers Pakistan has produced. Wavered down the leg side. Good glove work from Anu Punithan. Manages to save 5 wides for his team. In fact, 4 wides. And Ashik again wavered on that occasion.
He is trying to bowl fast, and a very good tack by the wicketkeeper Anoop. He has saved definitely 4 important runs for his team. It's not easy really to grip the ball, as well as there is plenty of dew factor. The ball can slip from the hand, especially when you are trying to bowl those Yorkers with the pace.
Short delivery, slow, and that's been hammered. Rais Ahmed will never miss out on such an opportunity. It was punish me delivery and it's been punished.
Well, he is seeing the ball like a football, isn't it? Slow ball, and he has judged it to the perfection, waited, and pulled away for a comfortable 6 over the boundary line. Moves on to 58. Total 8 sixes and 5 boundaries have been hit by Z Game strikers.
That will bring the 100-run mark for Z Game strikers. 104 for 5. Last delivery of the 9th over coming in. Can he produce another big one? Rais Ahmed, well, didn't quite time it, and he'll be happy to keep the strike as we are closing on to the final over. 9 overs gone. 105 for 5.
So we are into the last over of the inning of Z Game strikers. And well, quick delivery inside edge, and Rice will not run for the single. 105 after losing 5 wickets in 9.1 overs. Well, Rizwan, I think COLLATTA Warriors have done well in the last 3 to 4 overs.
Oh, absolutely. They've done really well. 1 for 20 for Ashik of his 2 overs. Mehboob Rana, given that responsibility to bowl in the death overs, he bowled well in the first over. And can he finish it off well? Can they restrict them under 120? They will fancy their chances. They've got the firepower. They've got the batting lineup. It'll be interesting to see how they will combat. In comes Mehboob Rana. Low full toss. Look for 2. Rais calls for 2. And Ahan is running towards the danger end. In fact, the throw was towards the keeper's end, and that's what Anup says. That should have been at the bowler's end.
Well, Junaid Shamsu, obviously he was aiming to get the wicket of Rais. He is a dangerous man. Still got 4 legal balls remaining. Every run will be very important. Mehboob is doing well. He is mixing it up nicely. He's got a very good slower one, as well as got a quick short delivery.
Good delivery yet again. This is what he's known for, Mehboob Rana. Time and again, he's done that successfully for COLLATTA Warriors, and that is the reason, Nadeem, he has been given that responsibility to come and bowl out in the death overs. And how fruitful has he been? Just given away those 8 runs of 9 deliveries and took a wicket as well.
Well, Rizwan, I will want to ask one question that if you have a quality bowlers who are bowling up in front for you, then you can afford to have the bowler like Mehboob Ali towards the death overs. But if you don't have those bowlers up front with the new ball, why you don't want to use your best bowler up front? Because if you can get early wickets, the likes of Rais Ahmed, the likes of Nadeem, the likes of Ronak Pinoli, you can really put the opponent team under a lot of pressure. Well, another slow one. It's hit away just above the fielder there, and it will only be a single. Wrights just wants to remain on the strike. I think he has got 2 legal balls remaining. 109 for 5, and I can tell you that when Rais and Nadeem was going full gun blazing, they were at 80 after 6 overs.
Well done by Team COLLATTA Warriors. But they're missing the services of Hardik Pai as well tonight. COLLATTA Warriors goes for the ram shot, a huge appeal. We'll have to wait for the umpire's call, probably a feather touch on to the willow.
Well, Rais wanted to become a little cheeky, wanted to play the scoop shot, missed out at that occasion. Loud appeal of the leg before. Well, yes, I think umpire was pretty much right. It might have missed the leg stump, Rizwan.
Could be close. Coming back to your discussion, Nadeem, when you have the likes of Shad Hamza, who usually comes and bowl in the 3rd to 5th over, they have a defined responsibility for each bowler, and that's what Anu believes in, and that's what he has executed today as well.
Well, into the last ball of the inning of Z Game Strikers, and it is hit. In fact, a thick outside edge will take the ball toward the third man. Chance for the run out. Well, the wicket keeper was no way. Wide throw, allow the batter to take 2. But what a spell of bowling coming up from Mehboob. In the death overs against Z Game Strikers, he has just conceded 12 runs in his 2 overs and got a wicket as well. So all what Z Game Strikers have managed to score is 112 after losing 5 wickets in their allotted 10 overs. They have still done well, and it's still a very competitive score. This is the betting card for you. Well, Rais is definitely played an exceptional knock of 63 on 29 balls. Contributed well by Nadeem, scored 21 on 10. Rest of the batters, Ronak, Daniel, Yasser and Nader really struggled, and Fernandez remained not out, scored 4 on 5. 12 extras given by the bowlers of COLLATTA Warriors, and that can be a decisive moment. 112 is what Z Game Strikers have scored. We'll also have a look on the bowling. Tahir remained a little expensive, gave away 25 in 2 overs, got a wicket. So as Ashik, bowled a lot of pace, gave 20 runs in his 2 overs, taken a wicket as well. Rizwan remained wicketless and very expensive, gave away 31 in his 2. Hamza got 2 wickets, 2 very important wickets, gave away 21 in his 2. And Mehboob, the pick of the bowler for me, especially with his economy, just given 12 runs, taken a wicket in his 2 overs. They have conceded 12 extra, that is too much, especially in this S10 format. They have conceded 112 after grabbing 5 wickets. So 113 will be the target for COLLATTA Warriors to chase against Z Game Strikers in their allotted 60 balls, 10 overs, with the required run rate of 11.30. We'll take a short break and we will catch you back when the chase is on. Stay tuned.
Short delivery, slow, and is winning the toss. They've opted to bowl first. They've managed to restrict 112 runs. Well, the way they've started off, Z Game strikers, it looked like they would achieve 130, 135 quite comfortably. Thanks to some wonderful bowling performances from the COLLATTA Warriors, they've managed to get them in control. 112 for 5 is what they've managed to restrict them to. COLLATTA Warriors will have to play well against Z Game strikers to get over the line. Power play is going to be the crucial factor. And starting the batting proceedings for COLLATTA Warriors, it will be Shakir Haidru and Samal, the batters, destructive batters. He used to play for Dubai Daredevils and is now associated with COLLATTA Warriors. Shakir Haidru for you. Samal as well on the other end, on the non-strikers. If these batters can get going in the power play, get 25-30 odd runs in the first 2 overs, they can fancy themselves right-hand batter. Shakir Haidru up against Danish, tries to flick it, nowhere near the ball, a dot delivery, and Danish, starting from the Sharjah Cricket Academy and a wonderful bowler, can bowl extremely quick, creates that inroads for the team. Danish, Shakir Haidru and Samal, good batters. They've got a responsibility and they need to fire it in the power play. Good delivery, beautiful off pace. The first one was the quicker one, and this one slightly off pace on that occasion. 2 dot balls on the trot. Shakir Haidru slightly perplexed with the kind of deliveries that are being thrown at him. Not easy for Shakir Haidru. Questions being asked by Danish Qureshi, a prolific bowler for Z Game Strikers. Full length, almost clearing off that off stick. Could have been millimeters away from the off stump, and straight away Samal having a word with Shakir Haidru. Nowhere near the ball, and Danish Qureshi cannot believe his luck. But what he's done well, Danish is produced those 3 dot deliveries in the power play, and he should be really proud of that. 113 required of 57 deliveries, and Shakir Haidru, the best thing for him to do is just get off strike and let Samal handle the situation. He's been off colour from ball 1. Goes big, clears the inner circle with ease and gets. We'll have to wait for the umpire's call a maximum. This was in the slot. A poor delivery coming from Danish Qureshi after 3 dot deliveries, and Shakir Haidru would not miss out on that opportunity. Easy pickings for him, and that will release a lot of pressure for COLLATTA Warriors, and more important for Shakir Haidru. A good looking shot. All he had to do is just get the connection right and clear the infield with ease. In fact, he's cleared the boundary fence comfortably. Yasir Kaleem having a silent conversation with Shakir Haidru. They've played a lot of cricket, sometimes within the same team, at times against each other. There's a change in the field. Deep gully comes inside the circle, and a wide long on is in place. Deep square leg is outside the 30-yard circle. Short third in place. Fine leg cover, extra cover, mid on. Yet again completely misses it. The intent is there, but you've got to get the connections right. That is going to be the main concern for Shakir Haidru. He's nowhere near the ball even on that occasion. Of the 5 deliveries in fact that has been bowled, it was 1 connection that he was able to make. And Danish Qureshi yet again coming up with a beautiful peach of a delivery. At times you tend to lose out on the momentum. You give away those half volleys on offer. Besides doing that, he's done well, Danish Qureshi. No connection made properly. Didn't quite time it. They look for 2 and get it quite comfortably. 8 runs off the first over, and end of over number 1. 8 for no loss. Nilansh usually comes and bowls in the power plays and provides the much needed breakthrough. Starts off really well.
Well, plenty of good options the game strikers have got to bowl in the power play. Nilansh is definitely one of them. Danish Qureshi, always very competitive to bowl with the new ball. And that time, poor delivery and, Shakir just helped it his way for a boundary. In fact, it's Samal who has got a boundary.
Poor delivery from Nilansh Keswani, missing out on the length, going down towards the leg side, and comfortably placed by Samal. Well, he's a destructive batter as well. Anything in the slot, he would not miss out on that. And off pace and bit wavered on that occasion, Nilansh.
Well, talking about the option which the game strikers have got, even Mohammad Nadeem can be a very good option in the power play. He usually bowls those arm balls and can remain very tricky against the left-handed as well as the right-handed batters.
Goes big. That's high up in the air. Fielder backpedaling it. Would only be a mere spectator yet again. And Samal is firing it up here. He's got all the ammunition. He's got a beautiful willow as well. And he loves hitting towards that onside region.
Where Nilansh need to bowl outside off against the left-hander batter. It's power play. It is S10 format. And if you are bowling onto the pads of the left-hander batter, you are asking for punishment.
This is ballooned up in the air. Fielder coming underneath it. And the short cameo comes to an end. And good catch there by Danish Qureshi.
Well, an arm ball, a better direction towards the offside, and Samal once again wanted to play toward the leg side, paid the price. Closed the face of the bat too early, and Danish Qureshi with a very comfortable catch. It's never easy to catch those under the floodlights, but COLLATTA Warriors have lost their wicket, first wicket on 16 after 1.4 overs. Samal will have to walk back, scored 8 on 4, caught by Danish on the bowling of Nilansh.
He's got a responsibility on his shoulders. They've got a mid-wicket, deep mid-wicket, and a wide long on in position outside the 30-yard circle.
Well, powerfully driven. Forget about that. This will hit the bounce fence, in fact, with some power. And Junaid Shamsu off the mark with a boundary. Well, we have been talking about Rais Ahmed, the way he plays, the way Nadeem plays. It's Junaid Shamsu in the same category.
Where they're cheering every single run that is being scored off the blades of the batters. Junaid Shamsu hails from India, Kerala, a wonderful prospect, has played a lot of D10 as well. He's up against Nilansh Keswani.
Well, inside edge, good delivery coming up from Nilansh. Didn't give him the length to hit the ball away. A single added to the score, 2 overs gone, 21 for 1.
Arslan will bowl from the Sharjah Cricket Academy and they've got a good start. I would say COLLATTA Warriors, despite losing that wicket, 21 for 1 after 2 overs in pursuit of 113.
Well, Arslan Ahmed, right arm, medium fast, can be very slippery. This wicket does provide an extra bit of bounce to the fast bowlers. But he is up against Junaid Shamsu. And he hits it. Forget about that. It will sail over for a 6. Junaid Shamsu with a very destructive mood. Good sign for the batting side, not so good for the Z Games.
Well, that was half tracker. Easy pickings for Junaid Shamsu. It was in the slot for him and he's accepted it gracefully and deposited towards the deep square leg region. Junaid Shamsu, once he gets going, he can be an extremely dangerous man. They need to find a way to get him out, failing which Z Game strikers would be in trouble.
Well, Arslan has been put under pressure right from the first ball. Oh, beautifully done. One bounce over the rope. Arslan has been taken to the cleaners. Junaid Shamsu, 15 on just 4 balls.
Immediately you can see Yasir Khalim having a quick word with Arslan, just asking him to maintain that off-stick channels, as Junaid Shamsu is quite strong towards the onside and is offering that zone deliveries that Junaid Shamsu fancies, and immediately a bit of communication, and that's exactly what is required when one of your bowlers is being taken to the cleaners.
Well, I think this game is going to the wire. 13.3 is the current run rate, 10.7 is the required run rate. Very good start coming up for COLLATTA Warriors. Arslan steaming in. Full toss, hammered, fielder. Well, it is too far from him.
Well, it'll be interesting to see how they will play against Dania Liaquat. He is a very, very deceptive bowler. Junaid Shamsu is one such batter, and alongside Shakir Haidru, who likes some pace on offer. And it'll be interesting to see when Ronak Panoli will introduce Dania Liaquat. They're scoring really well, COLLATTA Warriors. Shakir Haidru, 8 of 6 for him. Didn't get the connection. The best thing for Shakir Haidru to do at this juncture of the game is provide as much as strike as possible to Junaid Shamsu, who's looking extremely dangerous and destructive.
Well, you raised a very important point. I think the spell of Dania Liaquat is going to be very crucial, and they also got Nadeem. He can be very deceptive. Has got plenty of experience in bowling in this shorter format of the game, and 2 precious dot ball. I think they were there to hit for Shakir, but he didn't really make use of that.
Oh, absolutely, and I think Junaid Shamsu is just telling him to calm down a little bit. Just let him take as much as strike as possible. It's the last delivery coming in. You can actually look out for a boundary. If they take a single, it will be Shakir Haidru yet again on strike. They need to score about 10 runs and over from here on to be in the contest. And Shakir Haidru is striking at 100 runs. Go straight down the ground, will just be a single and he'll retain strike. End of over number 3. COLLATTA Warriors in a comfortable position at this stage, 33 for 1.
Well, finally, the man with the golden arm, Dania Liaquat, into the attack, and I think his spell will be very crucial. And look at that. That is experience for you. He has bowled such a slow ball that the batter really need to adjust himself.
The good thing for COLLATTA Warriors is Junaid Shamsu is on strike, but he's up against a dangerous and destructive bowler, Daniel Liaquat. He would be eyeing that boundary on the onside, which is the longer side of the ground. He's got to be watchful. In comes Daniel Liaquat. Short ball pulled, but they've got protection there. And a poor bit of fielding from the fielder. Well, you can't afford to do that.
Well, you can't expect from Nader to do that. In fact, one of the best fielder for Z game strikers. Dew factor out there. You got to be a little careful approaching the ball. Soft hands is not the option there. And out of nowhere, well, Junaid Shamsu has hit a boundary. And now they need to play Daniel Liaquat very cleverly, very smartly. He is their wicket taker bowler, and Junaid Shamsu stay out there in the middle for COLLATTA Warriors is key. So if I am at Junaid Shamsu place, I would like to take a single and I will try to stay to the other end. But I think there is a change in the ball. Umpires are just checking out there. We will take a short break.
Will that bring the change of luck for Z game strikers? Play towards the deep square leg region. They've got to be watchful up against Daniel Liaquat for sure, Nadeem.
They need to be watchful. They have already picked up 6 runs in the 3 balls. Even if they take another 3, they will end up scoring 9. Don't try to hit 6s against Daniel Liaquat. No need to become a hero. If you are able to get 8 or 9 runs against this man, I think still you can consider yourself you are in a very good position.
Absolutely spot on. Especially when you have crafted the innings well so far, you are in the driver's seat. The required run rate is under control. You don't need to do anything silly whatsoever. Just nudge around, get a couple of runs, and just ensure you're there till the end. That is what matters the most. But Junaid Shamsu decides the other way around. Keeper coming underneath it, and he holds on to it. Yasir Kaleem. This is exactly what we were talking about, Nadeem.
Well, this is what we are talking about. Definitely, Daniel Liaquat has outsmart Junaid Shamsu. Really, no need to do that. We have been talking about Daniel Liaquat's ability to dismiss the best batters in the opponent team, and Junaid Shamsu can be very, very dangerous. He was playing superbly out there, 21 on just 8 balls, but he will have to walk back. Caught by Yasir Kaleem on the bowling of Daniel. So COLLATTA Warriors lost a very important wicket. It's 40 for 2. Janaka Chaturanga, right-hander batter out there in the middle, replacing Junaid Shamsu. And once again, it's Daniel Liaquat who has provided a breakthrough.
Beautifully bowled. Pick up a signal quite comfortably. Janaka Chaturanga, another destructive batter. 4 overs gone, 41 for 2, COLLATTA Warriors.
It's Nader Hussain who has got the ball in his hand. Another very reliable bowler for Z-Game Strikers. Likes to bowl those late cutters. 41 for 2 after 4 overs. Still a very good start. 12 runs per over is the required run rate. Well, they need somebody to play a good knock like Rice.
Oh, absolutely. Chaturanga is one of their destructive batters. So can hit some big lusty blows. And they look for 3 and they get it. This is very good running between the wickets. Very well done by COLLATTA Warriors batters. They managed to pick up 3 runs.
Smart cricket. Well, a shot which could have easily earned them a single. They have picked up 3 runs. Now, if you can pick 3 runs in the first ball, all what you need to do is to take another 7 runs.
We've discussed this in the previous over when Junaid Shamshu was batting. Junaid Shamshu, he got the runs already that were required in that over. But you know, when you're actually playing that, Nadeem, it's the muscle instinct which does not allow you to go calm and composed. That's a good shot from Shakir Haidru. After spending some time out there, about 11 deliveries, he again finds one right of the middle of the bat.
Well, that was pitched up, but still you have to put away, and that was nicely done. Fielder long on had really no chance. Ball went very quickly across the boundary line.
And you can see immediately Yasir Kaleem walking down to stand up at the sticks up against Nader Hussain. That muscle instinct is what I was talking about. You have your mindset, you want to play nudge it just to get a single, but then when you have one in the slot, you want to go big.
Muscle instinct plus your favorite shots. They often earn you runs. They often let you throw away your wickets as well. Well, a single taken.
Well, this is good stuff from COLLATTA Warriors. Just those 2 deliveries on, in fact 3 deliveries on board, they've managed to pick up 8 runs without any problems whatsoever. Just getting those singles and doubles, ensuring they are in the contest is COLLATTA Warriors.
Well, half chance for Nader. Had he been told enough, it would have been easily in the hand of Nader over there. Well, talking about natural instincts, Rizwan, I have a habit of coming down the track against the spinners. So even if I hit 2 or 3 sixes in an over against the spinners, still I would like to hit 1 6 coming down the track. Unless I don't do that, I don't really get satisfied. So this is natural instinct for you, and I have lost many times my wicket doing that.
Not just losing the wicket, you end up losing your game as well. That is one thing that you need to have a control over, of that, you know, muscle instinct that I was talking about. This is one good thing with the greats like Virat Kohli, for the matter of fact. Talk about Joe Root. They have that. They have that control over their shots, and no wonder why they are one of the leading cricketers in the world.
Well, absolutely. What they call it, a famous saying is that power without control is nothing. Well, meanwhile, coming back to Sharjah, 5 overs gone, 51 for 2, 62 required in 30 balls. Well, Nilansh Keswani has been brought back into the attack. He gave away 13 in his first over, taken a wicket. And he has been pulled away long enough. 6. A very important shot. Loudly applauded by the players in the dugout as well.
Well, Shakir Haidru is now finding the meat of the bat. This is what COLLATTA Warriors need. Easy pickings for Shakir Haidru. And Nilansh not learning from his mistakes yet again. Providing in the slot and waver towards the leg side. And Yasir Kalim clearly not happy with the approach. He needs to find the right channels. Bowl into the fourth stick. He's got the protection on the offside. But he's offering those freebies. Nilansh Keswani.
Well, that was a poor delivery, but well picked up by Shakir. 56 needed on 29. This match can go either way.
Pulled straight down the ground, another boundary. Nilansh under the pump. Shakir Haidru playing extremely well. He took a bit of time, was striking at about 100. Now he's getting those runs up and running.
Well, that was a half tracker really. Nilansh Keswani not at his best. Usually he remains very tight with his line and length, but he is clearly under pressure.
Wavered yet again, but they've got the protection at the extra cover region. It'll just be a single. But they've got those runs required in that over. Under control, COLLATTA Warriors. The required run rate is 11.33. Certainly achievable in a T10 format.
Well, Rizwan, when a spinner starts bowling short deliveries, that clearly indicates that he is under pressure. Nilansh not bowling that. This is where he should be bowling. You can afford to get the spin going. Trust at your best of the ability.
Absolutely. That was a good delivery from Nilansh on that previous ball. Just ensuring not offering that width to room whatsoever. Yet again, missing it completely. Good delivery. Good back-to-back deliveries for Z Game strikers. Shakir Haidru 27 of 19. They need 50 of 25 from here on.
Well, Shakir has played well. 27 and 19. Chaturanga. Give him a good company. Nilansh bowling the last ball of his spell here. Well, he has been hit in the air. And well, Dania Liaquat has overrun it. Can you believe it? Z Game strikers just throwing it away.
It's all happening here. We'll come back to it. 6 overs gone, 67 for 2.
Well, 46 required in 24 balls. And they've got 8 wickets in hand. Nadir Hussain has been hit away toward the leg side. And it will just be a single.
Doing the right thing, just getting that strike off and handing it over to Shakir Haidru, who was looking promising for the past couple of overs. Slightly off color initially, but he's found his rhythm, getting things up and running for COLLATTA Warriors. A lot will rely upon him. Can he get his team over the line? Nadir Hussain walks in from the academy and beautiful delivery. This is what is known for Nadir Hussain.
And well kept by the wicketkeeper as well, Yasir Kalim, standing up. Really a brave ask. Nadir can be very slippery as well.
Low full toss opportunity, half-hearted chance there. But Nadir Hussain gave it all, just could not hold on to it. And the single comfortably taken. Janaka will have to fire now. They need runs from both the sides.
Well, this was a full toss. Opportunity was definitely there. Chaturanga has hit a boundary, but he needs to fire up. They can't afford to take just singles. 12.6 is the required run rate. 44 in 21. Nadir. This will be given wide. Yes, it is.
Very good umpiring there. No margin for error whatsoever. The line belongs to the umpire, and a wonderful call there. It was definitely close, but definitely outside the tram line. Well, the umpiring has been absolutely brilliant. They have been spot on with their decision. We've seen that in the previous innings as well, especially with the case of Wajahat Rasool. Not an easy decision. They got it spot on. Another delivery wayward outside the off stump. Will be a wide.
Well, two wides. Nadir trying to avoid the batter to hit toward the leg side. Look at that. What umpiring. Spot on. Just away from that indicating line. Nadir. Well, slower one, and it kept low. Janaka played the price, wanted to play across the line. He has been bowled out by Nadir Hussain. So COLLATTA Warriors lost their third wicket.
Yet again, Nadir Hussain provided that much needed breakthrough. One of the price scalp of Janaka Chaturanga, off pace delivery, and yet again he's there in the wickets column. Janaka Chaturanga departs after scoring 7 of 6 deliveries. Courtesy some wonderful bowling from Nadir Hussain. COLLATTA loses another wicket, 71 for 3. Another destructive batter comes out to the centre. They've lost those 3 crucial wickets, but they're still in the game. COLLATTA Warriors, 42 required of 20 deliveries, certainly possible. Nadir goes big, goes high and handsome on the roof. Is Shoaib Khan for you?
Well, what a way to off the mark. A slower one and beautifully picked up. Handsome shot. Well, don't go anywhere. This game is on. If Shoaib can hit sixes like that, COLLATTA Warriors definitely in the game. 36 in 19 balls.
They have a lot of firepower. COLLATTA Warriors. What a start for Shoaib Khan. Wavered outside the tram line. That will be a wide. Well, things not helping Z Game strikers at this stage. After the maximum, another extra added to the tally. Just trying to stay away from the blade of the batter. Shoaib there.
Well, I think Nadir has decided to bowl a little quicker, and that is a good option. Why you can't bowl full outside off? What he is trying to do is to bowl away from the right hand batter. I think he should bowl to his strength.
Last delivery. Cut away and straight to the fielder. Lucky on that occasion for Nadir Hussain. Raunak Panoli holds on to it. End of over number 7. We have a game on. 79 for 3. The most important one. It could be the make it or break it over. It's going to be Daniel Liaquat, who is up against a dangerous Shoaib Khan.
Well, Shoaib Khan, the way he has faced two balls, seems like that he directly came from the net. Once again, judging the length of the ball and just picking up a single.
It reminds me of that game, Nadeem, the World Cup between England and West Indies, the way Carlos Braithwaite just came out to the centre and hammered those 4 maximums in the last over up against Ben Stokes. Can something be done here up against Z-game strikers? Goes big, there's a lot of real estate, but they'll just take a single. Good fielding there in the deep.
Well, Rizwan, I can tell you, talking about Carlos Braithwaite, last time I met him here in the same comb box. And I told him, Carlos Braithwaite, I remember you because of one thing. And that is, remember the name, Carlos Braithwaite.
Ian Bishop, that was beautiful delivery. Late cut, racing towards the boundary. There will be a lot of work for the fielder, but the ball decides to win the race. Game on, ladies and gentlemen, all the viewers who have just tuned into this. It's COLLATTA Warriors who are taking on the challenge, chasing this down, and Shoaib Khan yet again doing well.
Well, nothing wrong with that delivery, but edged away for a boundary. What a way to get an edge at that particular delivery. Shoaib Khan playing a very important knock. Although he has just scored 12 and 4, but in the course of the game, this is special. Hits back. Well, Shoaib looks a very competitive player to me. I have not seen him much.
Well, this has been the story of COLLATTA Warriors. They always, more often than not, they tend to give the opportunity to the youngsters. They've given the likes of, talk about Rizwan Sabir, as a matter of fact, Junaid Shamshu, Junaid Siddiqui as well used to play long back alongside Anup, who used to play in the Division 2 and Division 3. Definitely as Shoaib Khan, what a prospect he is, 13 of 5.
Well, this is clever bowling coming up from Daniel Liaquat. He was very unlucky, edged away for a boundary, but despite of that, has bowled splendidly well. Only conceded 15 and taken a very important wicket of Junaid Shamsu. I'll be bowling the last legal ball of his spell. 26 needed in 13 balls.
Quite possible in a T10 format, absolutely possible. But they need to find boundaries from here on. Go straight down the ground, a bit of work for the fielder, and he comfortably cuts it off Rais Ahmed, and they take a couple of runs. In fact, 2 runs, yes. 24 required of 12 deliveries. We have a game on, 89 for 3 off 8 overs. COLLATTA Warriors. 24 required of 12 deliveries. And in comes Danish, one of their leading spearhead of bowling, Danish Qureshi. Good delivery, huge appeal from behind the sticks.
Well, I think this over is going to be crucial. What the role has been assigned to Danish Qureshi to make sure do not give away more than 10 runs in this over, so that they will have at least 14 to 15 runs to save in the last over.
But Shakir Haidru did struggle against Danish Qureshi in the first over. The best thing for Shakir Haidru to do is just to get off strike, since Shoaib is looking absolutely dangerous.
Whoa, what a shot! Fielders are standing up and he has played intentionally over the head of the mid-off fielder, and I think Nadeem has done a very good job. And it's a run out as well. Umpires will definitely cross-check the boundary. If it is saved, then we have a wicket here.
You're absolutely right. I think he's made that effort to stop that boundary. By the looks of it, when we had a look at the first time, there you go. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, he's okay. Let's have a look at the non-strikers and Danish Qureshi. Well, I think he's gone. Third run was there for the taking, just did not reach on time, and I reckon Shakir Haidru will have to depart. There you go, the signal coming from the umpire. Shakir Haidru has to head back.
Well, a very important wicket in the course of the game for Z Game strikers. Shakir, who has scored 34 on 25, he is a set batter and he will be most probably walking back. Yes, he is walking back, has been judged as a run out. 24 required in 11 balls. 89 for 3.
The destructive batter, Rizwan Sabir, and he needs to do something special tonight. He's at the non-strikers end. Shoaib is looking good, 15 of 6 for him. Beautiful Yorker. Right on the money, just the single.
Well, if we watch closely, Danish Qureshi has got mid-off up in the circle. He has got deep mid-wicket, deep long on. If he is bowling at that length, if he is bowling full, I will really want the mid-off go back to long-off position. But still a very good over coming up.
Cut away. They've got protection there. There'll just be a single. You're absolutely right. And I think he's expecting the batter to go after him, but you need to have the protection in the long-off region.
Well, a very good over in the course of the game. Danish Qureshi has just conceded 3 runs so far. And it is going to be Shoaib, who looks to be in a very good form, middling the ball pretty well. And I will really be surprised. In fact, I won't be surprised if he hits this ball over the head of the mid-off fielder.
We'll wait and watch. Remember, that's the floating power play. He does that on the offside, but over the point fielder. They look for 2 and get it quite comfortably. In fact, they managed to pick up 3 runs. Good stuff there. Good running between the wickets between Shoaib and Rizwan.
Well, not the greatest of the effort over there by Ronak Panoli. He was quite lazy in picking and throwing the ball, providing an opportunity for the batter to take an extra run. So 3 runs have come in that particular shot. Unexpectedly, Danish Qureshi has bowled a slow one. Still well played by Shoaib. Got 3 important runs. Now then,
right then Danish Qureshi. Full toss on the leg side. That will be a boundary. What an end to the over. Just when things were under control for Z Game strikers, and Rizwan managed to find the boundary. Wayward delivery, full toss on offer, and that's been deposited towards the deep square leg region. End of over number 9. They just need 13 off 6 now. Going to put you on spotlight, Nadeem. 13 required of last over. Who do you think is going to come and bowl? Is it going to be Arslan, who's expensive in the first over? Can COLLATTA cross the line? A lot of questions now. This is going to be from the Bukhatir end.
well, anything can happen in cricket. Arslan has bowled some good spells for his team, but talking about the scenario, well, if I am the captain of Z Game Strikers, I will give it to Nadeem. He is very experienced and he has the ability, and he has done it quite a bit time. He is a spinner, but he bowls those quick yorkers. Always target the pad, and that's what's required. But anyways, Arslan will try his best, definitely. First ball, full toss, put away toward the leg side. Fielder coming under it. He tried his best, but still they have managed couple of runs, and the square leg umpire has been questioned, but he has just given it a legal ball.
Just a polite inquiry coming from the batter there. But as long as Shoaib Khan is out at the centre, COLLATTA Warriors will definitely fancy their chances of crossing this line with ease. Arslan, again, he was full on that occasion. Lucky that he didn't find the middle of the bat. That would have been sailed over the fine leg region for a maximum. He's got to maintain the 4th stick channels, as I always say. Get those off-pace deliveries and just ensure if he can contain those 11 required of 5 with Shoaib Khan, it's certainly possible.
Well, line and length will be very important, especially if Shoaib is going to face that. Well, driven toward the offside, straight to the fielder. No. They picked up another 2. 9 required and 4 balls. They just need a boundary, and Arslan will be under a lot of pressure.
So far, so good. Just those doubles being taken, but he's eyeing for that delivery to go big. But again, Nadeem, onside is the longer side of the boundary, so he's got to be absolutely spot on with his shot selection, Shoaib Khan. But anything on the half volley, he will deposit that towards the extra cover region, just clearing that inner circle.
Arslan to Shoaib. Good delivery, driven straight to Daniel Liaquat, who makes sure that not a big damage is done, only a single conceded. So 8 runs required in 3 balls. A very crucial ball is going to come.
Well done so far by Arslan. He's managed to stick to his line and lengths. He's managed to stay away from that boundary so far. He's got to be careful. Just don't bull those full tosses. Just get those lines right and length. And Rizwan Sabir would want to go big. Let's wait and watch. In comes Arslan. Ram shot, but no luck on that occasion. Off-pace delivery straight to the fielder, just a single.
Well, the idea was right to play that shot, but didn't come off for him. So 7 required on 2 balls. Well, Rizwan, this Sharjah Cricket Stadium has a history of surprising the audience. We have seen numerous times that the batting side, they have stunned the audience while hitting boundaries and sixes on the last balls. Started all the way back in 1987 by the great Javed Miadad, and I have seen Nasser Fraz, Umar Jad, they have all done that.
Beautiful delivery yet again. They look for 2 and they get it. 5 runs is what they need. 4 runs will be a tie. Will there be a super over? Everything's happening here.
Well, not sure about super over, but a super shot can really win the game for COLLATTA Warriors. And it is their man Shoaib who has scored 26 on 12 balls. He is the set batter. Now, can Arslan hold on to his nerves and bowl a decent delivery? And I can tell you that a length ball is not going to help. He has done a splendid job, Arslan, so far.
Watch out for the edges. You've got to be careful. There's no protection for at the deep third. Full toss on offer. And that's a boundary.
Can you believe it? 5 required in the last ball and the juicy full toss has been put away for a boundary. That is what a pace can offer to you. Shoaib played a beautiful knock and this match has tied up. Can you believe it? I think the square leg umpire will have a look onto that West High no ball. But this is all happening here. I think it has been given as a legal ball, so the match has been tied. Well, what a game we have.
What a game. This is exactly what I was telling about. Arslan bowled exceptionally well till that last delivery. Just could not hold on to it. And easy pickings for a batter of Shoaib Khan's caliber, and is deposited that towards that fine leg region for a boundary. The scores are tied.
Well, it's all happening here in Sharjah Cricket Stadium. This match is not over yet. After all those 20 overs, both the teams played. 112 scored by Z-Game Strikers batting first. 112 is scored by COLLATTA Warriors chasing that, and we are ended up overhearing a super over. Excitement at its best.
What a night it has been. They had a previous earlier encounter as well where Z-Game Strikers managed to win by 2 runs up against Golden Sparrow Technical Services, and yet again the match is tied here. Well, what a night so far for both the teams who've displayed some brilliant cricketing skills out at the centre. We'll just jump into a short break and we'll be back with the live action shortly. T10 format. How often do you get to see that? And one of the first ones here at the Sharjah International Cricket Stadium in S10 format 2024. And this is going to be a super over. And the batting team who was chasing will continue to bat on. And it will be Junaid Shamshu and Shoaib Khan, hard hitters of the cricket ball, have been given the responsibility to come out and bat. And to start the bowling proceeding, to bowl that super over, it would be their vintage bowler, Danish Qureshi.
Well, face off, best out against the best. Junaid Shamsu, one of the powerful hitter of the cricket ball, very famous here in UAE domestic circuit, will be facing Danish Qureshi, one of the premium fast bowler. He has the art of swinging the ball both ways. Well, these are the kind of games which really defines the player in the pressure. Danish Qureshi against Junaid Shamsu and Shoaib.
Begin. Junaid Shamshu and Soeb Khan will do the batting for COLLATTA Warriors. In come Danish Qureshi.
Well, off pace delivery, hit back towards the long on for a single. What can be the maximum runs which COLLATTA Warriors would like to hit against Danish Qureshi in this super over?
They need at least 15. That will give them a psychological advantage as well.
Shoaib facing Danish Qureshi. Short delivery, wayward delivery in fact. And Yasser has done it well. Well, terrible delivery coming up from Danish Qureshi. Very lucky he got away with that.
You got to blame the dew factor there, Nadeem. He's one of prolific bowlers for Z game strikers. You need to get those towels on. A lot of dew on offer, and that is not helping the cause of Z game strikers. And very well kept there by Yasser Kaleem.
Well, Danish steaming in. 3 runs have come in the first ball. Good Yorker lane delivery. All what Junaid can do is to just play. And good fielding as well by Nilansh Yashwani. Very aggressively approached the ball and made sure that Junaid Shamsu stays away from the strike.
Did well. And it's good to see Soeb Khan on strike. He's definitely can hit big. And he would be eyeing for a boundary over the extra cover region. And I think in the process, Danish Qureshi must have hurt himself. Well, no, he's talking about some giddiness there. And he might need some medical attention.
Well, it's very hot out there. Not really easy to sprint in and to bowl those. Well, it's all happening in this game. This match is really taking it too long. They are competing it hard and nobody wants to lose. We'll take a short break and we'll catch you back when the live action resumes as Danish needs some medical attention. Well, good to see Danish back on his feet. Up against Shoaib.
Short ball that's been deposited in the stands. Danish was clearly struggling there. If he's not 100% fit, he should have given that opportunity to somebody else to come and bowl. Definitely a very good bowler, but today slightly off color.
Well, what a shot. Look at that. Shoaib just dispatched it out of his presence. A big 6 over deep square leg. It's a big boundary over there and he has hit it plenty of rows back. And I think the ball has disappeared over there.
This match is not going to end soon, Nadeem. So many replacement balls, so many maximums. Time and again, the batters have done exceptionally well, and Danish Qureshi cannot believe his luck. Well, it was cranked up with pace, but in the slot for Soeb Khan.
Well, Danish is very good at bowling those in-swinging Yorkers. I think this is where he should be bowling. This is what, well, we all expect from Danish Qureshi. Very good delivery. Just conceded a single.
Well, it'll be interesting to see who COLLATTA Warriors would get into bowl. I would prefer to have Mehboob Rana. He had the best bowling figures tonight, and he's one of the bowlers whom you can rely upon. But for batting, I think it will be Ronak Panoli for sure. who will be out alongside Rais Ahmed? Or do you think the other way around, Nadeem?
Oh, definitely. Ronak, Rais, and followed by Nadeem. Once again, very good delivery. And only a single will get added to the score. So, I think Danish really not fit enough.
There could be a cause of concern there, Nadeem. He was referring to the vertigo that he was actually feeling. I think it's better off he should walk off and let somebody else come and bowl that last delivery. When you're not 100%, you might as well take rest, and the 12th man should come into place, and they can give that opportunity to someone else to come and bowl that last delivery. I think he's done well despite not being 100%, and he's walking back to the dugout. And it will be Dania Liaquat who will bowl the last delivery. He will be up against Junaid Shamsu. He's got to be mindful of the area where he's going to bowl. He's got the longer boundary on the onside. It's not easy to hit him over the onside. It'll be interesting to see how they will channel.
Well, anything above 15, I can tell you that it will be a little hard for Z-Game striker, considering if Mehboob bowls. He has bowled splendidly. And it's Dania Liaquat against Junaid Shamsu. In fact, Shoaib hits it in the air. Another takes a very good catch. So no damage done. Daniel picks the wicket on the last ball of this super over inning of COLLATTA Warriors. The score remains on 12. So Z-Game strikers will have to chase down 13 in the power play. Shoaib has scored 3 on 3 balls. Junaid Shamsu scored 7 on 2 balls. Well, what a game we are having here. After all those efforts into the power super over, and COLLATTA Warriors have given a target of 13 to Z-Game strikers, which they'll have to chase down. Shoaib remain not out on 3, and Junaid Shamsu in this power play got out on the last ball of Dania Liaquat, who was the replacement of Danish Qureshi, scored 7 on 3. We'll take a short break and we'll catch you back when the Z-Game strikers are going to start their chase in this super over. Excitement at its best. Stay tuned. Well, what a game we are having over here. The first time here in Bukhatir League S10 2024, we are into the super over where Z-Game strikers will have to chase down 13 in just 6 balls against COLLATTA Warriors.
Mehboob Rana starts off. Goes big, Rais Ahmed. That's been hammered and it's a maximum. What a start to the innings. And this young man does it time and again for Z-Game strikers.
Well, we have been all praised for Mehboob before he bowled the last ball. He has bowled superbly in this game, but it was a proper half volley. You can't bowl there against Rais. He is in a tremendous form. He has blasted 50 already in this match.
See ball, hit ball. That's been the concept for Rais Ahmed tonight. And what a way to start the innings. Maximum of the first delivery. 7 required of 5 deliveries. In comes Mehboob.
Slower one, put away toward the offside. A single will get added to the score. Well, just a hit away. Z-Game strikers to win this game. 6 required on 4 balls. And it is their captain in this game, Ronak Pinoli.
Well, that maximum has changed the course of the game. It's quite comfortable from here. Should be a walk in the park for Z-Game strikers. Unless Mehboob produces something special. There you go.
Well, he has hit in the air. And will... well, chance for the run out. And I think this is... well, Mehboob is very confident. And Rais is walking back. Well, twist of the tail here.
What a throw that was from Junaid Shamshu. And yes, he's not even in the frame. Rais Ahmed have to walk back. What are we witnessing here? Is there another super over? We'll have to wait and watch. But then I tell you what, this game can go anywhere from here on.
Well, this is all happening here. Unnecessary, a wicket is thrown away. 6 required in 4 balls. And as when Rizwan, my co-commentator, mentioned that it is just a walk in the park, they have thrown away wicket. And now, 6 required in 3 balls. It will definitely be playing in the mind of Ronak Pinoli, who is going to face the next ball. If he gets out, it's all over for Z-Game strikers.
Oh, absolutely. And I think they're getting in Danya Liaquat, which is a very, very wise move. He's that left-hand prolific batter. He's got the shorter boundary on the leg side. And he can get those runs quite comfortably. 5 required of 3 deliveries. And what a game we've had. But a lot of credit to Junaid Shamshu, who's had that rocket arm straight into the hands of the bowler, getting the prize scalp of Rais Ahmed.
Well, definitely the rocket arm, but also the bucket hands of Mehboob, who has collected it very cleanly, and he has not wasted any time to get Rais run out. Now then, 5 required in 3 balls.
What's your gut feeling, Nadeem?
Well, the slower one.
All right, let's wait and watch.
Is Ronak Pinoli ready for that back of the hand slower run?
Straight down the ground, that will be a maximum to finish the innings. Z-Game strikers wins the super over contest. And that is that young man, Ronak Pinoli, for you. He's been in some sublime form yet again. That fearless approach, despite that 1 wicket in hand, he's produced a magnificent maximum. Ronak Pinoli, you beauty. Leading from the front, the skipper. Handshakes all around. A bit of friendly banter between both sides. Shad Hamza, Nilansh Keswani, Junaid Shamshu. What a night we've had, ladies and gentlemen. A wonderful end to a good game of cricket. This is what S10 is all about. Brilliant stuff from all the team members. Everybody contributed significantly in this game. And a great end towards the end of the match. There you go. Handshakes all around. Faiz Ahmed, the batter, 63 of 29 for him. Nadeem, 21 of 10. And in bowling department, Hamza bowled brilliantly well. Shad Hamza, 2 for 21. And Mehboob Rana was the pick of the bowlers, 1 for 12 of 2 overs. And Ashik as well, 1 for 20. In response, Kollata Warriors managed to score 112 as well. Shakir Haidru was slightly off curl initially, but managed to pick up 36 of 26 deliveries. Sueb Khan, what a night he has had, 30 of 13 for him. And Junaid Shamshu, 21 of 8 for him. Dania Liaquat was the pick of the bowlers, 1 for 17 of 2 overs. Nadir Hussain, 1 for 22 of 2. And Nilansh Keswani, 1 for 29 of 2 overs. And there was a super over which was bowled. And Z Game strikers managed to win comfortably. Well, we'll dive into a short break and we'll be back with the post-match presentation with Mr. Nadeem.
Okay. Hello and welcome to the post-match presentation of the game number 18th of this ongoing 30th Bukhatir League S10 2024 powered by Fan Code. Well, before I move on, let me thank the Sharjah Cricket and all the officials behind the scene in providing us a tournament of this high standard. I will also like to thank the sponsor, powered by sponsor and official streaming partner Fan Code, event partner TCM, sports sponsor Oversook.com. But what a fantastic game of cricket we have just witnessed, which was ended up in a super over, 13 run super over. We'll talk more about that. Z Game strikers, well, they had to chase down 13 runs in the super over against COLLATTA Warriors, and they have chased down with a massive 6 coming up from their captain, well, Ronak Penoli. Moving on with the presentation, I'm privileged to have Mr. Tehseen Javed, who happened to be the match referee, and will be giving away the Player of the Match award. And this goes to swishbuckling, powerful hitter of Z Game strikers, Rais Ahmed. Please come onto the stage and receive your award. Well, Rais has blasted 63 runs, not out in just 29 balls, and he also contributed in the super over with a massive 6. Rais भाई, आज तो कुछ डिफरेंट ही लग रहा था, आप ज़बरदस्त फॉर्म में हैं, क्या कहेंगे?
बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम। सबसे पहले तो अल्लाह ताला का बहुत शुक्र, अल्लाह ताला ने इतनी इज़्ज़त दी। बिल्कुल ऐसी ही कोशिश कर रहा था, ऑन मेरिट जो भी अपने जोन का बॉल है मैं वो अटैम्प्ट करूं, और प्लान भी यही था कैप्टन की तरफ से, आपने 10 ओवर्स पूरे खेलने हैं।
वेल, आपने लगभग 80 रन कर लिए थे 6 ओवर के, उसके बाद आपकी टीम टोटल 112 ही स्कोर कर पाई। एट द एंड मेरे ख्याल में थोड़ा मुश्किल हो गया था।
बिल्कुल ऐसी है, मैं ऑफ स्ट्राइक था 2 ओवर्स के लिए, लेकिन ये है कि मैं फिर भी समझता हूँ कि अच्छा टोटल था। विकेट इजी नहीं था क्योंकि बाद में बॉल ग्रिप हो रहा था, लेकिन अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह फिर भी अच्छी फाइट की लड़कों ने, अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह जीते हैं।
सुपर ओवर फर्स्ट बॉल आउट ऑफ द पार्क।
ये एक लग गया, लेकिन बहरहाल मेरी कोशिश ये थी कि अपना मैं ऑन मेरिट खेलूँ, तो बस वही किया था मैंने।
वेल, आपकी बहुत अच्छी फॉर्म चल रही है और होपफुली आप आगे भी ऐसे ही खेलते रहेंगे। ऑल द बेस्ट।
थैंक यू वेरी मच, इंशाल्लाह।
Thank you, Rais bhai. Well, a very happy man, player of the match, played a very important knock. Well, this is it for the post-match presentation of this game number 18. There are more matches lined up from tomorrow onwards, and you can always catch us on the live streaming on Fan Code app, Sharjah YouTube, and Facebook pages.